What is up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor. Not here to educate you on health, fitness, or social well-being today. This probably, guys, is going to be like, I'm pretty sure like the first video I've ever done that is not informative in any way, shape, or form as far as, you know, health, fitness, or social well-being. This is pretty much a straight announcement video, but it's a very important announcement video. Reason being is because you guys already know, those of you who've been with the channel long enough, or even if you haven't been with the channel that long, if you've just seen enough of my videos, you guys know that this channel is for you guys. And as such, I'm a big believer in being, you know, very honest and transparent with all the information that I put out. You know, whether it's an informative video or a video showing my training, I like to make sure that my content is open and honest. Even though I don't do like the typical daily vlog thing where I tell you guys like, you know, through my day-to-day personal life and stuff like that. And even though I'm not really about that, even though I enjoy certain channels that do that, I just don't think it's for me. But regardless, the point is this channel it's for you guys. It's only as good as the people who make up the community of it, right? Like no matter how good or bad my content may or may not be, it doesn't matter if I don't have you guys to like, you know, like, share, subscribe, give me feedback, you know, engage in the comments. And as such, I believe you guys deserve full honesty and transparency. So the first thing, guys, is letting you know that as far as the Time to Build series, it's not being put on hold or coming to an abrupt end, but the end goal of it is going to kind of have to change. You guys feel free to leave in the comments down below what you think that new end goal should be. If I should end it when I like reach a certain weight, like maybe like when I finally hit like in the 170 or something like that, and give you guys a physique update since I started this lean mass phase around like 158. But the reason it's gonna have to come to like a kind of a different ending is because I'm no longer doing the Aggie Showdown. Just too much stuff was coming up, guys. Too many conflicts were coming up to where I was thinking about just doing a meet that would have been a week later. But for the month of February, there's just a lot of things coming up. Not all bad, like a lot of it is like good stuff that I don't want to pass up on, things that I think are going to be really good, just for me and my personal growth, like as a coach and a trainer, and also be good for the content of the channel to where I can do a meet anytime, right? I actually already have my next meet planned for June 30th, so I will be, you know, of course, taking you guys with me all the way up into that meet. But the point is, there won't be a meet coming up anytime soon. I know it's probably like really disappointing for a lot of you who were looking forward to seeing me compete again. I'm sorry, but it's just one of those things that comes up. And also, I am no longer being coached under NCMA. Nothing negative or bad or dramatic there. It's just a mere fact that the plan was for me to, like, you know, I was planning on like being coached under him all the way up into and through my meet, which I'm no longer doing. So due to that, there's just no longer need for me to be getting coached under him currently. So wish nothing but the best. He wishes me nothing but the best. Everything ended like, you know, good. He understands my reasons, everything like that. So we're just going from there. And of course, if I, you know, re-sign with a new coach and all that kind of stuff, you guys will know all about that, this, that, and the third. So no issues as far as that. But the main thing that I want to talk about, guys, the main announcement with this video, and I really hope you guys pay attention. Please watch the whole video and really listen to what I'm saying so that you don't have a bunch of crazy assumptions, as I know people like to do with the fitness industry, because I frankly feel like people love drama, like they feed off of it. Even when there's no drama there, they'll like create it because they want to, like, they just, I guess people just are into that. I don't get it. But anyway, the main announcement I want to make you guys, let you guys know that I am no longer a Pump Chasers athlete. I've not been a Pump Chasers athlete since December, I want to say December 17th. It was like whatever, like that week or that weekend, like around December 17th. There is absolutely zero, and I want to make this clear, zero bad blood between Chris and I. Like we had a nice long like 2-hour talk. You know, I talked with him, I talked with Denise as well. Everything is good. It's all love. I left the right way, I left respectfully, and my reasons for leaving have nothing to do with Chris. Like there was never any drama or anything between Chris and I. Chris and I are good. We're still good. So much so to the point where, like, you know, if we want to do a collab together, you guys will see that, you know, whenever our schedules align. Even when I was an athlete, our schedules didn't really align for stuff like that. The fact is, I still have a key to the gym. Like that, like the fact that he let me keep the key to the gym so that, you know, like we are still on good terms. Me leaving Pump Chasers and then also, just to be clear, this isn't like a situation where I'm like, oh, Swolefessor just think he getting too big for it. No, obviously not. Like I'm under like 10K sub, guys, and don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful for the subs that I have and for the growth that I've seen in YouTube for only doing this for like a little over 1 year. Great for all that. So I don't want to come across as ungrateful, but I'm not someone who thinks like, oh yeah, I've made it, man, I don't need you. Not like that at all. Even though I'd like to think that you guys are here for the content and like the things that I offer, not just because, like, you know, I'm Pump Chasers athlete. Just because if we're being real, I have never really tried to use that to grow or expand myself, just because that's not me. I'm not big on that. The reason I chose to leave Pump Chasers, guys, for the mere fact that I simply feel like I was not a good fit for the team. As much as I tried to be, as much as I tried to be patient with you know, certain things changing and adapting to certain things. I just wasn't a really good fit. And therefore, it's one of those things where it's like, if you know what your goals are and kind of what you're trying to do and what you're about, and you're with a group or team that's not doing that, why would you continue that? There's really no point. The only reason I would continue is because the benefit of like, oh, well, you know, if I'm known as a punctured athlete, or just being sponsored by any brand, oh, it makes me look better. It's going to bring me more like, you know, traffic or followers, stuff like that. But once again, I've never been about that. I'm not about just growing my numbers. And then I'm certainly not about growing my numbers based off affiliation with somebody else. I want people to subscribe to this channel, follow me on Instagram, all that kind of stuff, because they enjoy the content and quality that I am providing, not because, oh, well, that's Chris Jones's boy or Chris's friend or athlete or whatever the case may be. And basically what it comes down to, guys, is like I said, like nothing to do with Chris himself, but as far as the team, not everybody, but the team collectively as a whole, we just like didn't fit well, or like, I guess like you said, like work well together. And the thing is, I'm not getting into a bunch of details like with individuals or anything like that, because once again, there's no need for that. There's no need for drama or anything of that nature. It's really as simple as this. You guys know what I'm about. You kind of know, you guys know, you definitely should know, just from, like I said, even if you have been subscribed the entire time, you've seen enough of my videos, you know what my standards are, what my morals are. You pretty much know what I tolerate in the fitness industry, what I really like about the fitness industry, and the things that I just absolutely hate, think are wrong, and I'm not about. And just based off that, if you guys know and understand that, then just understand that that's pretty much the reason with me leaving. The fact is, I am a big believer in always staying true to yourself. And even though you can make the argument of like, well, hey, you know, you can be associated or interact with people who like aren't like you or don't agree with you and still do you, you don't have to change. That's very true. But it gets to the point where if you know you're about certain things and you're tolerant of certain things, that's one thing. But if you know there's certain things that you're just not about at all, but you continue to be associated with people who are doing that, it kind of comes across as hypocritical, in my mind anyway, in my opinion. And this isn't something petty like oh, Swolefessor likes full body workouts and like other people like bro splits. Nothing petty or stupid like that. You guys have heard me say all the time, at the end of the day, train how you want to train, as long as you enjoy it, you're consistent, you progress and get results. But like I said, not going into a bunch of details just because there's no need to. This isn't a calling anyone out video or a dramatic or anything like that. I'm simply announcing this just because like I have a lot of people, for example, like now punctures athletes have like, you know, 10% off codes and stuff like that. And people have been asking me, hey bro, what's your code? What's your code? Why aren't you using your code? And the reality is, guys, is because like even though I technically still have a code that I actually still, this shows how cool Chris and I still are, could use, I could still use it. Like even though I'm not quote unquote like an athlete, he still like was cool enough to be like, hey man, if you still want to use this code and like, you know, get a percentage or whatever, by all means go for it. Even if you're stepping away from the team, you can do that, because once again, Chris and I are still on good terms. But the reality is I just like, why? What's the point? Like to me, if I say that no, I'm gonna step away, I'm leaving the team, then it doesn't make sense for me to keep, you know, to do something like use a code and benefit off of like the brand and stuff like that. Which, speaking of which, obviously, like, you know, still wear the clothing. I was wearing like, you know, pump chasers and like just flat out physiques of greatness clothes long before I ever even met Chris, let alone became his athlete, just because like, you know, I like the clothing. Like it's simplistic, it's comfortable, what's not to like, right? And that's not gonna change and stuff like that. And like I said, good terms as far as that. But just for me, it just became one of these things where, because of who I am and who I've always tried to show myself to be with my channel and the direction that my channel is going, that it has always been the same thing, educating you guys on health, fitness, and social well-being by keeping it simple, specific, scientific, no misinformation, no BS, no scams, no trying to sell you guys something that I know I'm not qualified to sell, no trying to like tell you guys something that you guys know what I'm not about. And due to that, I just feel like it's best for me to simply, you know, continue on my own without any affiliation with any type of team or group, unless it's one that I see like, hey, you know, we're pretty much in alignment. And mind you guys, like no matter what it is, whether it's like a sponsorship or you're at your freaking job, you're always gonna have, you know, certain disagreements with certain individuals, but the collective goal of like, you know, the group as a whole, like you should have more stuff in common or be working more towards things together commonly than not, you know what I'm saying? And that simply just wasn't the case for me with the team. And I think it would be ridiculous for me to like try to stay and just try to like get everyone to change and do things my way. Because the way I look at it is like, if there's 10 people on a team and 9 people are going in one direction and one person's going the other, well, it's dumb for that one person to try to get the other 9 to follow him. If they aren't doing that of their own accord, then it's just best for that one person to lead, to avoid any like, you know, negativity, drama, contention, things like that. So I'm just making this announcement because I felt like you guys had the right to know. I easily could have not done this just to avoid any possible risk of people. As people come up with all kinds of crazy conspiracies and just, like I said, try to create strife and drama where there doesn't need to be. Like I said, I left cordially, respected the right way. Everything's good with Chris, Denise, and I'm still cool with. That's the thing. I'm still like there's no bad blood even with the Pump Chasers team or the Pump Chasers athletes, like as far as like as people. It's not like, oh, we hate each other, we're never gonna talk again. Nothing like that at all. It's just the reality of, as far as like just affiliation, being with the team that I feel like I just don't belong in. Like regardless of what the specific individuals are, I just feel like I don't belong here, so there's no need to continue this. And that's really all it comes down to, guys. So please don't make, there's no need to try ask a bunch of questions about this and that or try to make drama or come with these assumptions. I mean, you guys are gonna do what you're gonna do regardless, but I would hope I've built a pretty steady community of people who think critically and rationally and can just accept what I'm saying is what I'm saying and leave it at that. 'Cause like I said, there's no need to really go into more detail than that. But yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to, guys. Like, I guess this can be informative in the sense, and I guess it could be kind of like a social being video, guys. Always stick true to yourself. Don't change your morals or your standards for anyone. It's one thing if you're kind of raising your standards because you feel like you need to, or your morals are like going from like, oh, I kind of like from kind of negative to something positive. That's different. By all means, grow and better yourself. But don't ever change yourself to where you're kind of regressing or becoming tolerant of things that you know that you're not really about. Regardless of if it's like, it's not even always have to be like a right or wrong thing. If it's just something that you stand by, that you believe in, and you know you've always stood by that, don't change that unless you have an actual valid reason to do so, which I did not. So yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to, and that's pretty much it. I just wanted to be open and honest with you guys. I hope you guys are cool and understanding of that. Like I said, you may still see me, doing workouts like, at the Pump Chasers gym, since I still have the key. May still see me doing collabs with Chris or whatever, even though, like I said, I think we did like one ever anyway, just because like of our timing and our schedule, stuff like that. We're both pretty busy, but regardless, yeah, I just wanted to express that, let you guys know what's going on as far as that, and also so that way I can stop getting all these messages about, bro, what's your 10% code, which I appreciate. Thank you so much to you guys who wanted to use my code and support me and stuff like that. But man, the best thing you guys can do to support me, honestly, other than just watching the videos, is like the videos, share them, and beyond that, even if you don't do that, just to take the information that you learn and spread it to others, because that's what I'm about. I'm trying to fight against this misinformation, this dogmatic mentality, these appeal to authorities, like, oh, this guy's been doing this for 30 years and he says that, like, without any evidence that what he's doing is actually the reason why he's gotten to where he's got. Like, you guys already know what's up with this channel, and that's how I want to keep it. So yeah, I think I'm done rambling. That's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you did. If you're not, leave a comment down below. Let me know what I can do to get better. Like the video, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch y'all later.